Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. So this clip that I'm filming right now is 2 weeks later from where this video is going to start. However, I had 2 weeks of like kind of vlogging, some on my phone, some on my camera. It was very disjointed, so I got rid of some clips. And so this vlog is it's pretty much most of them, but it's like I said, I got rid of some clips that were repetitive, some clips that were just random and needed more context. So anyway, all that to say, she's back. I know it's been a couple weeks, but this vlog will cover, again, the last couple of weeks. And at the very end of the vlog, I will have a closeout as well. So we're 12 weeks out from Olympia, but enjoy the vlog. Good morning, everybody. Barely, it's 11:43. I trained this morning and now I am headed to LA. My best friend is in town and she is trying on wedding dresses. So she got engaged, I don't know, a few months ago. And so she lives in Texas. She lives in Austin. Yes, she was in my Adela video. So anyway, that girl, Tasha, she's from California. So she's here in town, and we're going wedding dress shopping. So that is super fun, super exciting. I just actually started filming because I just picked up an energy drink. So Ruben has me on a 48-hour fast. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to see how 24 hours goes. But I had mentioned with my check-in, like, I literally have this food in my body. I can see it. And I told him, like, I think I need a fast. I was kind of joking, but like also kind of serious, because I have read about fasting and your digestion. And so it's just like kind of a way to basically clear it out, get to baseline, and then, you know, figure out what's going on. So anyway, he was like, yeah, actually you should do that. Sorry, I'm trying to grab my sunglasses. Okay. So he's like, yeah, actually you should do that. So that's what I'm doing. It's not actually a true fast. It's just liquid calories or not liquid calories, sorry. No liquid calories, besides a protein shake. And he said I could have fruit, but he wasn't like, what am I trying to say? Like, he was just like, oh yeah, we can fast, maybe just eat like only pineapple. Like, that's like kind of how he mentioned it. So like, I don't know if he meant specifically pineapple because he had just bought a pineapple, or if he just means fruit in general or what. So I didn't ask. I just was like, well, I'm not gonna eat anything until I get back home. But I stopped at the gas station and got this energy drink. Probably shouldn't be drinking energy drinks. I wonder if I cut out all of my energy drinks, if my digestion would get better. Now I'm gonna sidebar a little bit. I know a lot of people, when they get really close to the show, like a couple weeks out or like their last week, they're like, okay, I've cut out all of my artificials. They're talking about like their artificial sweeteners and stuff, and like powders and stuff like that. I've never done that. Ruben has never made me do that. It's just something we've never done. For us, for me and my house, we have never felt like this is going to be a needle moving difference in how the physique appears. So we've never done it. We've never even tried it. Well, I think we have tried it. Well, I don't know, you guys. I can't remember. It's been a lot of preps, right? So anyway, now that I'm drinking this Alani, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have energy drinks on my fast. But how am I supposed to have energy? If I don't have calories, I don't have caffeine. It's the will. It's the will to live. Anyway, all that to say, cotton candy Alani, love. And I literally was in that 7-Eleven and I picked it up and I said, this better be good, because if it's not good, then I just have to suffer with no energy drink. But cotton candy is one of my favorite flavor, like energy drinks. You know, cotton candy bang is one of my favorite ones. The cotton candy rise is really good. And I'm glad to let you guys know that the cotton candy Alani is also very good. So yeah, anyway, just driving to LA. Gonna go see my best friend try on wedding dresses, which is just so fun because I've been in a lot of weddings, but I haven't tried on wedding dresses with my friends, just because, you know, we all live in different places, and like even with my own wedding, I didn't try on wedding dresses with anyone. My mom went with me to one appointment. Like, we were at a family reunion in Atlanta, and we were like, oh, we have a free day. Let's go try on wedding dresses because this is the only time that we're going to be able to do this together. So we tried on wedding dresses. Super fun. I tried on wedding dresses. Like, my mom tried on wedding dresses for when her and my dad renewed their vows, but I've never been with any of my friends to try on wedding dresses. So anyway, I'm in another wedding this fall. She did the same thing as me. She's done all of her wedding dress shopping by herself. Honestly, it was great to do it by myself. I sent some photos, like, to people that mattered, but ultimately, like, it was nice to be by myself and like kind of just be able to feel how I felt and like really decide for myself which dresses that I liked and didn't like, versus like, you know, I mean, I used to watch Say Yes to the Dress all the time. Sometimes the entourage does too much. So anyway, that's all. I had an incredible back day at Burn Boot Camp yesterday, which is kind of wild because I told Ruben, like, I don't really like a ton of dumbbell work. Like, obviously, I mean, I like dumbbells, right? Like, but at boot camp, like, everything is dumbbells. All the strength exercises are dumbbells or bands. Dumbbells, bands, or body weights. Like, body weight. That's it. We don't have barbells. We don't have machines. Like, we have dumbbells. And just sometimes a lot of dumbbell work on a day like a back day that's heavy. It's just like a lot on your grip, a lot of your hands, a lot on your traps. But yesterday we had like a good mix of, it was back and shoulders. We had a good mix of heavy exercises and also light exercise. Like, we did rear delt flies, we did face pulls with the band. So like, it was a good A1. Honestly, one of my favorite push pulls that we've done at Burn Boot Camp, which is kind of a big deal because I've been at Burn since 2017. So anyway, that's all, you guys. 6 minutes later, I'm gonna let my voice rest some more, even though I have nothing else to talk about until Tuesday, or I don't have to train until Tuesday, but I'm just gonna sip my energy drink, finish catching up on my friends' YouTubes. And yeah, I got a micro SD, so I am going to start vlogging with my other camera, but like I said, I just didn't want to use my camera and like my phone camera and my vlog camera for the same vlog, just because I didn't know like how it would work, and maybe it's gonna be fine, but I just don't want to experiment right now. So I'm gonna finish this vlog on my phone, but then my next vlog will be with my DJI Osmo Pocket. Okay, this is really the last thing, y'all. It's been 7 minutes. I'm just talking. Look how small she is. Okay, so small. This is the case. You guys want to know something really funny? And this doesn't happen to me often, but it happened to me now. I got this on eBay, okay? And I even sent it to Aurelia because she was saying she wanted a vlog camera. And I'm like, wow, this is on eBay. It's factory refurbished. Like, this is sold directly from DJI. So this is not like, yes, it's used, but it's not like used from Facebook Marketplace where people can sell you whatever, right? Like, it's factory direct refurbished. So I'm like, it's used, but I'll deal with it, right? $168. I'm like, amazing. Like, this DJI Osmo Pocket is like a $400, $600 camera, like something very expensive, more than I'm willing to spend on a camera. I'm like, wow, on eBay it's $168. This is incredible. Okay, amazing. So I get the camera and start going on YouTube to try to like see how to use it and stuff. And I'm like, this is not the same camera. Then I go back to my eBay account to see like, okay, did I misread something? Like, did I get duped? This is the DJI Osmo Pocket. This is the Osmo Pocket 1. This is not the 3 that everything on social media right now. DJI Osmo Pocket 3, DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Like, literally just the other day, like literally yesterday, Tony, Me Time Coffee, my mom, and Ruben all tagged me in a giveaway for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Like, this is, in my mind, this is the camera that I was getting. And I got the Osmo Pocket 1. And now I'm like, well, did I even get a good deal? How much is the Osmo Pocket 1? Brand new. So anyway, it's fine. Like, doesn't matter. But it's just funny because like the entire time I thought I was getting one camera, and I just glanced over the fact that this did not say Osmo Pocket 3. This is literally the first edition. So it's a little bit different. I figured it out, but anyway, it's version 1. Okay, so wedding dress shopping is over. Sorry, you guys, I missed the whole day. The bride, you've seen her before. You saw her on my Austin video. We're shooting content. Oh my gosh. Now we're shooting content for FabFitFun. Just at a coffee shop. They need to get some photos for something. I don't know. I don't work for them. But we came to the coffee shop. This is Jill. Jill, what's your title?
Hi, I'm CEO.
She's the CEO of Collecting Instagram Content. So anyway, she's the social media manager. And I'm with who?
Brand marketing director.
Brand marketing director. Get into it. Anyway, coming soon to an Instagram grid near you. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It's obviously still the same day. It's Saturday. Just left that coffee shop with Tasha and Jill, and now I am headed back home. LA traffic is a nightmare. I mean, I think everybody knew that. You don't have to even live in LA or to have even been to LA to know that. But like, I'm looking at my maps and I'm like, the math is not mathing on how many miles I have to go and how long it's going to take. But anyway, I'm just sitting. Just trying to get even to the freeway. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna take me forever. But anyway, it was a good day. Tasha, I'm so excited for her wedding. Like, Tasha is very, I don't know how like what word to use. She's very stylish. She's very fashion. She's very like, this sounds so corny and so cheesy, but she's very iconic. Like, her wedding is going to be a whole moment. It's going to be a whole vibe. It's giving vintage. It's giving 90s. Like 90s meets vintage, but the 90s are kind of vintage. I don't know how to explain it, but all of the dresses that she tried on were like, the dress is the statement piece, but also the venue is a statement piece. I don't know. I just got super excited for the whole thing because it's going to be a whole vibe. And then I also have another friend, Natalie, who's getting married this fall, who's also going to be a whole vibe, but a completely different vibe. But anyway, nobody cares. The fast is not going well. Like, it's going well as far as I'm doing the fast. But you guys, I feel like garbage. And I have also peed about 1 trillion times because the amount of liquid that I am drinking to try to not be hungry, which I'm going to be hungry regardless, but like the amount of liquid that I'm consuming it's just moving through me very quickly. And I'm like, I just don't want to do this anymore. But I also don't eat fat anymore. So we got to get through this. We got to get the digestion moving so that we can just jump right back into like our normal prep. So anyway, I still have a couple YouTube videos to watch before I'm like completely tapped out. I'm gonna have to go back and watch old videos, but you know, slow down ahead. 11-minute delay. Oh my gosh, can I get a break? Okay, good morning everybody. It is Monday. I think it's the 14th. It's lighting. The sun's behind me, so it is what it is. Monday the 14th. It's like 9:30 in the morning or something. I don't know. My hands are full. So this lighting is crazy. Anyway, my hands are full, so I can't look at my watch. But my family is asleep. Ruben and Reagan like to stay up late. I do not like to stay up late. So I woke up this morning, I had my coffee, and I started watching, I was trying to watch 2 YouTube videos. I started watching Allison's YouTube video. I got about halfway through it, and then I saw that Aurelia uploaded a video, so then I just clicked over to Aurelia's, but then I was like, I still want to watch Allison's. I literally was going back and forth for like 5 minutes at a time. It was so stupid. It was stupid. So anyway, now I am headed to the apartment gym to just go do some cardio. Let's see. Oh, Kaale is in town, which I think most of y'all probably don't know Kaale. Did we meet at Van Pro last year? I feel like, yeah, that was when we met. So she is a fitness amateur. She competed at Van Pro last year. She's the only amateur fitness competitor. And so she had messaged like, hey, I live locally, you know, if anybody needs anything, blah, 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 whatever. So we met at the show, and then after the show, when me and Shantae and Aurelia and Ruben went out, I invited her, like, hey, you want to come to dinner with us? So she came out with us, and we've just been friends since then. So anyway, her grandparents live kind of nearby. They live in San Diego County, live in Carlsbad, so she's in town visiting her grandparents, and so we're gonna train back today. So anyway, I'm doing cardio now, and then I'm gonna go home. Reagan starts swimming lessons today, which should be fun because Reagan's a water baby. And yeah, that's it for now. I am going to record my MPC, my Junior Nats and Universe episode of the final call out today. So for those who are waiting for that, to be honest, by the time this vlog is uploaded, the final call out is going to be uploaded. So maybe I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, we are at 24-hour fitness. Y'all, this thing sucks. It doesn't suck, but it kind of sucks because I can't turn. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, July 16th. I am headed to train. Y'all, I haven't actually been doing a terrible job of vlogging. Like I have filmed a couple of things in the last few days. It's just that I have this vlog camera, which this is just my phone. I have this vlog camera, which I wanted to start using. So I started using it, but I don't really know how to use all of the things. I also don't yet know how to edit my videos from the vlog camera. Plus I started a video on my phone and I just haven't edited it, but I'm like, I didn't film that much, so it's probably not that long. So I'm just going to continue this video. It's just a lot. To be honest, I might just scrap the whole thing because at this point, I mean, I'm gonna edit it and see what content I even have, if there's anything noteworthy or exciting or, exciting is. But I'm gonna see if there's anything that I even feel like, yes, I really want to vlog this. I want to put this on YouTube. Other than that, y'all, I have now been on my diet for, you know, however long, like really on my diet. You know, I've been saying like, oh, I'm on my diet. Okay, I'm locked in. Okay, I'm not locked in. Okay. Now I have been on my diet for like 5 days. And you know what? She's cooking, okay? She's cooking 137.5, which unfortunately is low. It's a current low of this like prep. I was telling Kaale the other day, like, honestly, I have no regrets. Okay, so we were doing skills, and I was telling her, like, it's just crazy because right after Adela, like maybe a week or two after Adela, when I was doing skills, they felt really good, right? And I was like in my sweet spot. But then I kept getting heavier, and now skills are a little bit hard for me because I'm heavy again. And I told her, like, right after Adela, I was in my sweet spot because I was fed, so I had energy, but I was still light. Now I'm fed and heavy. And I said, but honestly, no regrets. Like, I would rather, like, I know myself, I would rather have to diet harder now than to never have had the freedom that I had before I started this diet. Like, I know for a fact that my prep will be better this way than the other way, because I already felt myself getting burnt out, and there's no way that I would have been able to push all the way through without just completely obliterating myself. So I'm like, I would rather that I had that freedom on the very, very, very front end of this prep than dig in, get lean a little bit early, and then just be completely out of control and unable to reel it in, because that is what happened for Ben Weider last year. I was unable during an 8-week or 10-week prep, however long it was between like basically Titans and Ben Weider. That entire time I was supposed to be in prep. I was never supposed to have any free time. Like, of course we went to the Olympia, but remember, if you've been here a while, if you watch my Olympia vlog, when we went to the Olympia, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, we're in prep, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then halfway through the trip, I'm like, well, we didn't do that. So it's like, I tried to push all the way through, and I could never get it back together. It's not like, oh, I tried to push all the way through, and there was like a couple weeks learning curve of me trying to snap back in. I never snapped back in for the entire 8 weeks. And so again, I just know that if I would have tried to push through, there would have come to a point that I would have just let go and never been able to catch back on. So anyway, that's all. I think we're 8 weeks out from Oklahoma. I keep forgetting and answer me in the comments if you are a bodybuilder. If you're not a bodybuilder, you don't have to answer this because you might think that you have an answer, but this question only applies to bodybuilders. So for me, when I say I'm 9 weeks out, for instance, I will say 9 weeks out until 8 weeks out. So at 8 weeks out and 1 day, I am still 9 weeks out. Like the entire week, like when it gets to 9 weeks, okay, today I'm 9 weeks out. And mentally, I'm still 9 weeks out until the clock rolls over to being exactly 8 weeks out. And then the rest of that week, I'm 8 weeks out, right? That's what I typically do. What I realized, like Michelle Gales, she's the opposite. She is like, what am I trying to say? Like, so when the clock rolls over to 9 weeks out, that's the end of her 9 weeks out mentality. As soon as it's 8 weeks out and 6 days, she's like, I'm 8 weeks out. And she's 8 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 8 weeks out until 8 weeks out. And then the very next day, she's 7 weeks out. Like in my mind, if this is the exact mark of 8 weeks, I'm 8 weeks out from 8 weeks to 7 weeks. She's 8 weeks out from 8 weeks and 6 days to 8 weeks. So anyway, all that to say is I normally am the first one where it's like, okay, I'm 9 weeks out, and then I'm 9 weeks out until I'm 8 weeks out. But what I've noticed I've started doing this prep is like, I've started flipping it, and I think it's to give myself a little bit more of a sense of urgency. So that's why I was like, I think I'm 8 weeks out, because I keep switching like which way I'm talking about it, because I'm not someone who doesn't know how many weeks out I am. I always know exactly how many weeks out I am, except for right now, because I'm like switching my mentality. So anyway, I believe that Saturday is going to be 7 weeks out from Oklahoma. But I don't know, I gotta check. Okay, I just checked, you guys. Saturday is 8 weeks out. So this is the week that I would normally be saying, I'm 9 weeks out, I'm 9 weeks out, I'm 9 weeks out. But I've caught myself saying that I'm 8 weeks out right now. Who was it? Kaale said that she splits the week. Like, so for where I am right now, I'm 8 weeks and 3 days. She would say from Saturday or whatever, she would say 9 weeks, but about halfway through the week, she would say 8 weeks, which I guess I could do that. It doesn't matter. to be honest. It literally doesn't matter. It just was wondering. But anyway, I am a little bit relieved to know that this week is 8 weeks out and not 7 weeks out, because I was getting a little nervous. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is the 18th of July. We are 12 weeks out from the Olympia, and I'm feeling good about the Olympia, to be honest. I'm not feeling great about Oklahoma. So, I mean, I'm going to get closer to it and see if I need to not do it. But, I mean, 8 weeks is still a pretty good amount of time to see the progress that I want to see. But I've just had like I don't know, like I came on here, yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was like, okay, good. Like, the scale is going down. I feel good. I've been on my diet, but something just isn't, like, I am doing prep, but I'm not in prep, if that makes sense, right? Like, I'm doing the things, I am checking the boxes. And if you followed me for a little while, maybe it was a couple seasons ago, or maybe last season, I can't remember, last Van Pro season, I remember talking about checking the boxes versus filling the boxes. And I am very much like just putting a dot in every box. Like, I'm doing barely enough to say that I've done the thing. And I don't feel like, I don't know, it's very hard to, it's actually not that hard to explain. Like, I'm phoning in my workouts, like I'm doing the workouts, I'm lifting, I'm going to lift, but I'm not tracking my workouts. I have a Strong app where I put my workouts in, I put my exercises in, I put the reps that I did, the weight that I did. So every single time that I come to the gym, I know how much weight I did last time, I know how many reps I did last time. Like, I can make sure that I'm actually doing some level of progressive overload, and I can monitor, like, okay, I did less this week than I did last week. Like, okay, this feels a lot heavier than it did. Like, I'm very intentional. I have rest timers, so I'm not just going over on my rest. Like, right now, I'm just doing whatever machines are open, I'm just doing them. I'm not timing my rest. I'm not tracking my weights. Like, I'm like, okay, I think I've done enough, and I'm leaving. Like, that's my lifts, and my lifts are usually like the best part of prep. My cardio I'm doing, but again, I'm not like really killing it on my cardio, and my diet is mostly on. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I've been like perfect, but it's mostly on. It's fine, but there are some things that I'm just like not measuring. Okay, what is that? Lightning? I keep seeing these bright flashes, but it's not storming out. Anyway, I'm just barely moving on prep, and I did start my period this morning, so maybe that's why this week has just felt very blah. But I need to, I don't know. Okay, that is lightning. I just saw it again. The heck? Is it lightning? We live near a military base, not that close, but close enough. I mean, we lived here because my dad was stationed at this military base. It's like 30 minutes away, and sometimes they do like training drills. So I'm like, is it Camp Pendleton? Or is it lightning? You guys, I'm very concerned. Anyway, check-ins this morning were not great. They were not horrible, but they're not great. Like, I'm still just in that same 137, 138, 139, depending on if I went to the bathroom that day. And something's got to give. I got to lose at least, from this morning, I was 139, at least 9 pounds before Oklahoma. There is no way I can get on stage over 130. 130 really, at this point, is the highest that I should be getting on stage with my current muscularity. With my current muscularity, if I'm over 130, I'm still fat. So all that to say is I have to figure it out. Like, I'm like, oh, this is going to be my best prep ever. It's going to be my best prep ever. And so far, honestly, it's been my worst prep of the year. Granted, again, it's been a week, 2, but I don't know. I think the world is very heavy on me right now. And by the world, I mean the US. Like, it's just very heavy. And it's getting harder and harder. I was talking to Ruben about compartmentalizing, and I was saying that I'm usually pretty good at compartmentalizing things. Like, when I lost my dad, I could be very sad about my dad and then like go to work and be on for work, and then go back to being sad if I needed to be sad, and then okay, I'm with Reagan and I'm on for Reagan, and then I could, like, I was very good at like being able to work around that and close those doors when they needed to be closed and open these doors when they needed to be open. I just feel like every single day living in this country, it's getting harder and harder to close the door. When every time I go on social media, there's freaking people getting snatched up off of the streets by people in masks, and there's people losing their healthcare benefits, and there's just like, for me, that is very hard to deal with. Like, to be inundated every single day with more and more bad news about our country, just continuing to get heavier for me. And it is hard for me to deal with. Like, it's very hard for me to deal with. And maybe I just need to be off of social media, but I remember posting something that was like, torn between wanting to be a well-informed citizen and having the will to live. That's literally how I feel. It's like, I want to be off of social media so I don't have to see this stuff every single day, but like, I also would like to know what's going on. I would like to consider myself someone who likes to stay well-informed, and it's just hard. It's hard. And I feel like if you don't feel the way that I feel, you're probably watching different news than I am. I've even seen on social media where they're like, oh, well, do it the legal way. Like, again, this wasn't supposed to turn into like this political rant, but like, do it the legal way. I'm like, they're literally going to people's court hearings. Oh, well, if that's true, someone literally said, if that's true, they shouldn't be doing that. What do you mean, if that's true? That is all over my news, that is something that's happening. What do you mean, if that's true? You haven't seen that? And it's just crazy to me to know that there are people who don't see what is actually happening. Like, the sex trafficking. Like, I have a young daughter. Like, this whole Epstein thing. Like, it's just heavy. It's heavy. And I don't want to see it. But I don't know. And like I said, I did this for the Arnold prep because during the Arnold prep, I was starting to feel like it was very heavy. But now even more than during that, like, I feel like it's important to be well informed. So I don't know. I need to figure out, I don't know. I need to figure it out, like I said. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, officially, 12:06. I just dropped off Reagan at my mom's. I am headed to go to Powerhouse to work on my routine. I am feeling mentally a little bit better. I mean, 8 weeks is still a large amount of time to make enough progress. Now, I want to be better than I was at Legion by Oklahoma. I don't want to get on stage worse. But ultimately, I really have 12 weeks, and I need to keep that in mind. Again, I said it this morning, like, if I'm not ready for Oklahoma, I'm not doing Oklahoma. And ready to me means feeling like I'm not going to be worse on stage, like put together a worse package than I did last time. Like, I don't want to get on stage not feeling confident, right? Like, I went to Legion knowing, right? Obviously, if you've been watching my series, you know, I came into Legion very confident. I came into Legion and I said, I think that I can win this show. I think that I'm going to win, actually. And obviously Adela, I was close, right? And I was feeling good, feeling confident going into Adela. So it's not even like a specific look or weight or I want to be better than this or I have to be lighter than this. Like, I just know that if I'm at all worried about Oklahoma and feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready, I'm not going to get on stage. Now, that being said, I do feel like I could still turn this prep around. Obviously, like I said, 8 weeks is still a pretty large amount of time. After I talked with Ruben, I do feel better about, like, mentally, like, the environment. I didn't talk to him yet specifically about, like, not being on social media, but I did talk to him about some other things, like, that I just feel like could help me. Like, we're trying to manage our schedules a little bit better. And, like, so I just think that if I have very specific time carved out for specific things, that will also make me feel better instead of being like, oh, well, I still have to do this much cardio and I don't know when I'm going to do it, or I'm hoping, because that was bringing me a lot of stress too. Like, okay, I have to do, you know, I'm supposed to go to boot camp today, for instance. Not today, I'm just saying, like, let's say I'm supposed to go to boot camp today. And I would, and this is not imposed by Ruben, I want to make that clear. This is self-imposed. Like, it's a little bit of the mom guilt that I get. You know, I know a lot of moms talk about having the mom guilt of taking time out to do things for themselves. I don't really get that, like, with general working out, but with bodybuilding, when the amount of time that I spend in the gym is astronomical, I do get the mom guilt. And so it's like, okay, I'm supposed to go do boot camp, or I'm supposed to go do more cardio. Like, I have to go back to the gym for a second time. I was just feeling like I don't want to go. I don't even want to have to tell Ruben that I still have cardio. to do. So I'm just not going to do it. Like, I'd rather be spending this time, this slow Sunday, I'd rather just be spending this time with my family. Like, I don't want to tell Ruben, oh yeah, I still have to go back to the gym for another, like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. And so again, he never made me feel guilty for it, but I just felt guilty when I felt like I was eating into my family time or my free time, having to go back to the gym to do something. And that's why a lot of my cardio was barely getting done. I would count anything as cardio. Oh, you know, well, I didn't go back to the gym for cardio, but I did train 6 camps today. And I mean, that's 20,000 steps. So I'm counting it, which maybe for some people it does count. Like, I know there are people that their cardio is just steps, or like, they're like, I don't have to do cardio, but I do have to get X amount of steps a day. Like, so that's what I was doing. I'm like, well, I got 20,000 steps. Like, that counts as 20 minutes of cardio. Like, no, it doesn't, because my cardio prescription is based on my baseline being 20,000 steps. I always get 20,000 steps, right? So no, it doesn't get to count as cardio today. So anyway, I feel better that I told Ruben, like, hey, these are the things that I'm struggling with during my prep. And so we talked about it, like, okay, you know, we're going to set up a schedule so that you can do this and you can do this, blah, blah, blah. And I also just think it helps when we're both in prep, because we are so much more efficient when we have to be, obviously. So when we're both in prep, it's a lot easier. Ruben has like kind of started his diet, but he's not like in prep yet like I am. So it's like when he's slow moving, I want to be slow moving. Like, you know, when I say I want to go to the gym, like when I'm in prep, the time that I have to go to the gym, or I've scheduled to go to the gym, is the time that I have to go to the gym. If I say I want to go to the gym at 12 is when I have to be at the gym. But during this last few weeks, it's like, okay, hey, I want to go to the gym at 12. But if at 12 o'clock, Ruben's still getting in the shower, it doesn't, I'm like, okay, whatever. By 12:45, we'll be at the gym. And it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I've run out of time to do this. And it's very casual, right? But when we're both in prep and we both have a lot to do, it's like, hey, 12 is the gym time, and that's the time, and we're just much better at managing time, like I said, because we have a bare necessity to manage time. So I am looking forward to Ruben also getting back in prep, because I think it's just going to help me with another layer of accountability to my own time management. So anyway, I'm at 7-Eleven getting ice and a water because our fridge is off this morning. So anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I am going to go work on my routine. Good morning, you guys. It is Saturday, July 19th. I'm going to snap out of it. I did not have a good day yesterday. Not for any reason other than I just was in a bad mood. I mean, it was because of prep, right? Like, well, it was because of everything that I told you. I just didn't have a good day. It wasn't about it. And I just decided that I have to have a better day. I have to snap out of it. So I did finally, they just sent it to me 2 days ago. I signed my Olympia contract, and I am just like, Andrea, snap out of it. That's it. You get to actually decide how you're going to have the rest of your prep. Like, I think yesterday I was like, well, you know, hopefully I can turn it around. Like, there's no hopefully I can turn it around. I just have to decide that I'm going to turn it around, because ultimately the world hasn't gotten better because I've tried less during prep. Nothing about anything that's been like heavy on me has been improved by me not executing prep at my highest level. The only thing that's happened is now I just feel even worse, because on top of a heavy world, I look and feel like shit. So we're just not gonna do that anymore. It's over. So anyway, it's like 7 something, almost 7:30 in the morning. I was gonna go to boot camp. So Ruben and I were supposed to go to boot camp together. Of course, he always commits to these workouts with me at night. He's like, yeah, I'll go to boot camp with you. I'm like, okay, are you sure? I'll tell you our whole conversation, because I'm gonna call him out on it when I get home. I said, how many times do you want me to attempt to wake you up tomorrow for boot camp? Because for me, if I am like very tired, I would most of the time rather sleep than like do the workout. I'm like, I'll find time to do it later. Like, I have to sleep. So when I say that to Ruben, like, for me, I'm like, if you don't wake up the first time I wake you up, that tells me that you are so tired that you're not going. Like, I shouldn't keep trying to wake you up. Like, you obviously want to stay asleep. So that's why I asked, how many times do you want me to attempt to wake you up? Like, how serious are you? He said, I'll be up, because Ruben doesn't sleep. I mean, he obviously does sleep, but he doesn't. He's like nocturnal. So he's like, I'll be up. I said, okay, but if you're not up, because he wakes up very early in the morning, and then like usually goes back to sleep afterwards. I said, but if you're not up, I'll be up. But if you're not, I'll be up. Do you guys think Ruben was awake? No. So I go in the room, he's snoring. I'm like, this fool ain't getting up. So I'm like, are you coming to boot camp? He's like, what time is it? Like, it's 6:30 right now. It'll leave in 45 minutes. He's like, you can go. So of course. So anyway, all that to say is, now that I'm by myself, now that she's by herself, I was like, I'm gonna go to Powerhouse and boot camp. I'm doing it all. I'm doing my whole workout series. So instead of the 7:30 boot camp, I am here, like I said, at Powerhouse, and I'm gonna get a quick lift, and I'm gonna go to 8:30 boot camp so that I can get my lift and my cardio before my family wakes up. I mean, they might be awake when I get home, but I can get it done before I'm in mom mode and wife mode. So anyway, here at Powerhouse, drinking my coffee. I am going to finish sipping this before I run in, even though I don't really have that much time. I could be a little bit late for boot camp. This is Me Time Coffee. Y'all have heard me talk about Me Time Coffee, and if you are in like the vlog squad, you know who Tony is. She is the owner of Me Time Coffee. And so sorry about that. It's my straw and the cup. We're having a sound bath right now. Anyway, can you guys tell I'm in a better mood? I can just tell. I just feel better because I just like had to snap out of it. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, Me Time Coffee. So I always, you guys, I just put this on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, sorry, you already saw this. I don't drink coffee that color, okay? By the way, I'm vlogging on my phone because I still haven't taken the time to figure out my camera. So anyway, I don't drink coffee this color. I drink coffee that's like lighter than peanut butter. Like I mean, when I'm not in prep, I just put creamer, half and half, whatever. But when I'm in prep, I always have like a protein shake on my meal plan. I use that protein shake, part of it, in my coffee in the morning. So anyway, I always put protein in my coffee, like something to like smooth it out, because when I've tried to drink coffee in the past without it, it's very like, I don't know, like that. It's like acidic almost. And I've tried so many different brands. Like, it's not the sweetness part of it that I need. Obviously, creamer is like not sweet. Like, I would rather drink coffee with half and half and no sweetener than coffee with sweetener and no half and halves. It was like almost a texture thing. Like, it wasn't about the sweetness. Now, I prefer a sweet coffee, but it's not actually about the sweetness for me. Like, it's just like that. It's like sharp. I don't know. Like I said, every brand, all y'all are probably like, if you're a coffee connoisseur, like, oh yeah, that means you were drinking a bad coffee, or well, whatever. All I know is that every coffee that I ever tried it with was like that. So anyway, I started drinking Me Time a couple years ago, right? Or last year. How long have you been in business, Tony? Oh my gosh, shout her out. But at that point, I was always just adding stuff to my coffee. I didn't really have a reason to attempt to take out that stuff because it was in my plan that I had room to put it in my coffee. So anyway, the other day I was getting frustrated with my body. I'm like, you know what, Andrea, like, we gotta figure this out. And so I started back taking yohimbine and carnitine in the morning, but those are things that you're supposed to do fasted. And they said caffeine helps move them through, like helps activate them, but you can't have protein or carbs with them. Like, you have to be doing it fasted. And so I was like, so I can have coffee, but I can't add my protein shake to it. So the other day I tried it and I was like, oh, this is pretty good, but I just thought it was a fluke. So today, tried it again. It's not a fluke. And so now it's a full commercial for Me Time Coffee. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought that I liked this. Like, I knew that I liked this coffee better, but now drinking it like this, when I have not been able to like drink other coffee without something to smooth it out, is like, it's just amazing to me. So you guys, I'm serious. I don't get commission. It's not just because like Tony is like somewhat like, I don't drink coffee this color. You have never seen me drink coffee this color. So once again, I'm a believer. I'll put this stuff, the link to it in the description. If you are a coffee drinker and you're like, yeah, but my coffee's good, try Tony's anyway because it's better. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go hit back and shoulders before I go to boot camp.
Okay, guys, I'm back once again, several days later, but I'm going to close out this video now because I'm already well into my other vlog. I've just been being lazy with my editing and uploading. So thank you for watching. I promise y'all, I will check back in. I'm back in. Vlogging, bodybuilding, they were low priority, but now we're back. So thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. And we'll see you in the next one.